Hey Dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome back to my channel. I am here for some more memory keeping in my Hobonichi Avec that I bought for the season. Now I will go ahead and tell you this. I have been contemplating hard on whether I'm going to keep going on with this journal or not. I'm already like kind of over it. And that's a whole other conversation for a whole other day. I'm sure soon I'll probably have a video up discussing how things are going in my journals, and I will get into all of that and see what's what. But anyway, here I am documenting season 2 of Exo Kitty, which I absolutely loved. I am a big fan of this series, and of course, the movies, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before movie series, and the books. Absolutely love them. And Exo Kitty is a spin-off of that story, and it features the character Kitty, which is the youngest sister of the Song Covey sisters, and her adventures at the Korean Institute of something something. I don't know. It's called KISS though. They for short they call it KISS. And listen, the whole thing. Listen, Kitty. I love Kitty. Kitty is messy. Okay, Kitty keep up a lot of mess. She is like walking chaos, and I love it. So yeah, I'll be like Kitty. Though I'll be like Kitty. Kitty, what are we doing here? But it's always a good time. I enjoyed the first season, so I definitely had to watch the second season, and I had so much fun with this season. So yeah, I wanted to record it, so I definitely printed out the picture, and I'm using those alcohol origami papers. Can I talk? Origami papers to like fill in some space and do background and stuff, just because those colors, looking at the poster colors, those colors kind of go the most with it, like the pinks and the purples and stuff, pulling in that skyline picture. So I love it. I'm getting that down there. One of the things I'm having issue with in this journal is the quotes, the red quotes at the bottom is kind of driving me crazy, and I'm trying to decide if I can just ignore those or what. But anyway, moving on. One of my favorite moments of season 2, spoiler alert, so I'm giving you about 5 to 10 seconds to put me on mute or just click off, I don't know, is her reunion with Peter. As soon as I heard the music, you guys know, as soon as you hear I Like Me Better by Love, or that song Lovers, I can't remember the name of the artist for that one, it's gonna be some Laura Jean or Peter action. And as soon as I heard I Like Me Better, the opening notes, I was like, Peter! And so yeah, it was such a good time, and I just love their relationship. Like, he really loves her like a little sister. And so I do believe that Peter was in Korea, because whatever sport that he plays, I do believe is like lacrosse or something like that. um, at Stanford, they had like a tournament, an overseas tournament. They had to come, so he was able to go and visit Kitty and help her out or whatever. And it was so beautiful. It was so cute. I just love those two. So yeah. Anyway, really enjoyed seeing Peter Kavinsky again, and I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on the day. I am just waiting on the day that we get to see Laura Jean in this series, because we have gotten Peter, and again, spoiler alert, we do get Margot. God, can I talk? Margot towards the end of the series. So, we got two of the major players from the movies. So, yeah, anyway, moving on. I just did find this compilation of pictures from the show. So I did want to include that, and I just put that on more of the origami paper as background, just because I want everything to be cohesive as far as the colors and stuff. And so yeah, and then of course I have this picture of Minho and Kitty, because even from the first season I was like, there is something going on here with these two. Like, the chemistry is fizzing, it's popping, it's buzzing. Like, what's going on here? Like, the tension, you can cut it with a knife. And here I just wanted to do a quote, so I decided to pull out my quote stencil that I've had in my stash for a few months now. I do believe this is the first time I'm actually using it, but this was what I wanted it for. So I'm just drawing out the quote bubble on a little piece of paper that I got from Yellow Paper House a while ago, and I will put that on the other side there and put in a quote that Kitty said during the course of the film, and it was actually a repeat of something that Minho had said to her. Oh, let me get my journal out so I can actually read it to you. But I just thought it was cute. So I wanted to get it down as part of the decoration for this show. And there's a lot of XOXOXO because it's XO Kitty. Of course, you got to put it down there. So just loving that, getting some decorations done. Now I was going to use my film strip washi tape. I have a thicker one. But it just looked better with a thinner one that I have. So I did put that down there, and I'm just trying to position this little heart thing. Another thing that I like about this spread is that I was able to use some of the Maggie Home stickers from that Maggie Home sticker pack that came out years ago. I still have mine. I think I have two or three of them. One of them is I have really been into that one. I've pulled a few things from the other one, from one of the other ones, but I think one of the last one is pretty much still complete. So I'm just using a lot of stickers and stuff from there. As you can see, in some instances, I actually have to use the glue stick to get it to stay down properly because it's, like I said, it's old. It's been a while. And here I just want to put a little piece of washi tape, and I do end up cutting it in half so it's not so thick. But anyway, the quote reads, "I have fallen for Minho a little bit or a lot." And that's kind of what he says to her at the end of season 1 when they're on the plane together, and he admits that he's in love with her. So yeah, anyway, I apologize if I spoiled anything and you hadn't watched it, but I did warn a few times to click off of this or mute me if you hadn't seen it and you planned on watching it or whatever. So anyway, with that done, I'm almost done with like just kind of decorating around the pictures before I start my entry. And here I'm just putting in, doing a little black thing, and I am using my Sharpie acrylic ink pens, Sharpie acrylic paint pens. Yeah, boom. These I actually got from Trisha. And she does a lot of planner stuff, mainly on, I see her mainly on, well, I used to see her mainly on Instagram. I deleted mine, so I don't know, but she does post on YouTube some from time to time as well, so I will link her below if you want to check her out. But that pretty much completes my spread. I got my entry in around everything, and I just love this. This is so cute. Watching this actually put me in the mood to like kind of have that same feeling. So I ended up I ended up pulling out Better Than the Movies. That book, it's been in my stash, and I was like, okay, this is a great one to start reading or whatever. That one and Charming as a Verb. Unfortunately, neither one of those gave me the feeling that I was looking for that I got from XO Kitty. So I actually ended up just going back and watching the To All the Boys I've Loved Before, the first movie, and I probably will be continuing on with the second and third movie. And then I do have the entire book series on my shelf. So do not be surprised if I end up reading that sometime this year as well. So yeah, I remember reading them for the first time. I flew through those books because they were so good. I couldn't stop reading them. But anyway, moving on to my next spread, I am just getting a little bit of watercolors down, some pink and red that kind of go with the colors I'm going to be using here. This is basically my birthday spread. My birthday was on the 17th back in January. I am doing this voiceover in February. It's February 9th, so you see how long ago this was. And yeah, I am just trying to use these printables that I got from Chella Create. My only regret with this, because I love the printables, they are so pretty. My only regret with this is that I didn't print them on white matte sticker paper instead of the clear matte sticker paper, because in some instances I feel like the color on some of the stickers kind of gets lost and blends into the background watercolors, and what it just doesn't look great. Now I could always go back and reprint them and just paste them over there, and that's a possibility. Like I think I still have the file the way I had everything laid out, so the sizes and everything would be the same. But I don't know if it's that big a deal for me, you know. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm just getting like a couple pictures down myself, and to see those little gold things there, it's supposed to be balloons, but you can hardly tell because it's clear matte. So anyway, use a couple stickers, and then I will use this little label maker just to put best year ever, because I've been trying to just, I feel like if I say it enough, if I say it enough, it'll have to come true. So yeah, it'll be best year ever. And then other places I'm like, well, I'll be writing like best day ever. So yeah, anyway, took a picture of my cake. I actually asked my family not to do cake this year for me, because I always end up with a cake. I love my cake. I always do strawberry shortcake because I don't really like too much of anything else, especially like super sweet stuff. Um, However, I'm usually the only one that ends up eating it, and it's a lot, and I don't want to be the only one eating all of that cake. So I asked them to not do that this year, and my mom got me a little sliver from somewhere. But yeah, maybe next year I can convince her just to not do it at all. We'll see. Anyway, that is the end of my spread. I did watch King Arthur Legend of the Sword. That is tradition. I watch it on important days. So yeah, or just when I'm not feeling good, when I just want some comfort, whatever. It's my favorite movie. It's my comfort movie. So I do watch it fairly often. But yeah, anyway. So that wraps up that entry, and then this will be the last entry for this video, and just documenting my trip back to McKay's again. And I actually ended up donating more books this time. I have books in my trunk that I want to like no, not donating. I ended up giving it to him so I could get like money back or whatever. So I did end up getting some money back, and lo and behold, this time, all these other times I would go to McKay's and I would come out with a stack of books. This time I did not do that. And I was looking for some books in particular. I found one of them, and the ones that I was looking for were like part of a series. And I was like, okay, I can just, because I know they're part of a series, but it's probably part of a series I don't think that I'll end up keeping. So I don't mind paying like $1 and some change for it, and then redonating it or anything like that. But they didn't have them. It was so disappointing. I actually ended up going to the library and getting the first book in one of the series. I did manage to get one book that was part of another series that I needed to get. So yeah. Anyway, so I went to McKay's. I got some money. I got one book, and that's how much I had left. And when they give you the money, they also give you a slip of just a credit or whatever. So I had like a $2 and change or something like that on credit, and I used it to buy the book. And then I had 52 cents left, and I was like, I'm not going to use that 52 cent. I will just stick it here in a journal and call it a day. But that is pretty much it. I always take a picture when I go out there. So that wraps up this journal session. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.